the month of May. So if you have watched our vlog from March or our vlog with the Happy Planner budget setup, you know that I spent the month of April setting up a Happy Notes notebook for budget planning. So today I'm going to show you, well, not show you, we're going to set up our notebook for the month of May because, of course, one of the things that you want to do with budget planning is think ahead. So even though it's still April, it's time to start thinking about the month of May. And if you recall, in my last post I put up, I said that there's a calendar that's included in here. So right now what I'm doing is putting in the dates, because the dates aren't actually on this like they are in my planner. And then I'm going to put a note because the 12th is actually Mother's Day, which is important for me in terms of budgeting, because obviously you want to remember to get your mom something, or any special woman in your life. So far this month though, I did manage to stick really to everything that I wrote down in my budget planner, which I was really excited about. I keep changing the numbers. I think with my Cricut I'm going to actually try to make some stickers that I can put on here. The only thing I'm worried about is because this is actually smaller than what I normally use. As far as my calendar size, I want to make sure I have enough room. And like I thought, 31 days in the month of May. There's also one other important, well, depending. So May 5th is Cinco de Mayo, but the other important date that I was thinking about is the 27th, which is Memorial Day. And remember, I don't actually use this particular calendar as my planner calendar. I have the Happy Planner Classic that I use for that. So this is strictly as it relates to budget. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually go back to my month of April. And the one thing, again, that I really am still liking about this is the tabs, because it just makes it easy to get to what I did last month. So looking at April, there are quite a few things that I get to change, which are good things. So if you remember, I put the date on the tabs here on the side so that I'll know which month is which month. So I don't have to write it on the calendar. You can write it on a calendar. So one of the things that has changed is the revising bill. I no longer have that bill for the month of May, so I won't be bringing that over. And I no longer have this tax bill. I will not be bringing that over, but I will be bringing over Duke Energy. And Duke Energy actually went up quite a bit, so I'm gonna have to call and figure out why, because it was ridiculous. But this is one of those bills, remember, that I like to pay over, but it was a crazy bill. I know I did just move, so it's gonna take some time to get on the system, but even on the system I think it's a little outrageous. And also I have the house payment due on this date. So for the 5th, no longer have that payment, but on the 7th, I will have my credit card payment will be due. And the car insurance will come out, that's on the 13th of the month. So right after Mother's Day. Gotta have car insurance. And then I will have on the 20th two other ones. So Discover, which I'm just focusing on paying that off. I don't actually put anything on that one. And Lane Bryant, same thing, focusing on paying that off. I really don't put anything on there, and it's really not a lot, but it's there. The other thing I still have, but I'm going to work hopefully by May to get rid of, is the storage bill. So that'll be on the 25th of May. And same as last month, this is one of those where I already know that this particular bill is $52. I have about 6 months before they try to go up, so I need to be out before that deadline, ideally. I did have one bill added. Not necessarily a bad thing, and it was something that had to be done because just moved and it was past time for furniture, so now I have a rooms to go. But I caught a really good deal with them. And I have a plan in place to actually pay that off about 2 years before they're even requiring it to be due. And again, this is one of those preset bills based off of what they say I owe, but again, because my goal is to pay it off well before the timeline that they have given, I'll be paying more than that, but that's the standard minimum that I have to do. And then the other payment, the last payment that I have right now, is a car payment, which is on the 29th. Again, this is one of those bills where I actually pay a little bit over, just because I'm really close to having it done. I'm ready for it to be done. So that's not the actual amount that's due. I actually pay over so that I can hopefully wrap that up before the end of 2019. So that right there is look at what I will have coming out for the month of May. I have not done it yet, so I'm going to go back. And if you recall, for the month of April, I'll get a chance to kind of do like a budget review. So I'm going to get some snapshots of that after I kind of sit down and reflect on that. So, how's your budget planning going? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for more updates. As always, stay fabulous, Bells.